Behind this keycard is the brand new 2025 Tesla Model Y. Now, before I show you guys the car, I want you to know that there's about $5,000 in federal rebate, $4,000 in provincial rebate, and there's about $3,600 in total Tesla discount on this car. Now, I know you're thinking about clicking away, but hold on. This is the 2025 Tesla Model Y. Well, in this video, I'll break down 10 updates that you will get on the 2025 Tesla Model Y Juniper. So you can decide whether to get a heavily discounted 2025 Model Y right now or wait for the refreshed Model Y Juniper. Let's get into it. First up, the new rear taillights. Leaked images show a Cybertruck-inspired light bar running across the back, complete with the Tesla logo. It's a sleek, futuristic design compared to the Model Y's traditional setup. Personally, I think this gives the car a much bolder look. What about you? Are you into the light bar trend? Let me know down in the comments. Next up, the battery upgrade. Rumors suggest the Juniper will come with a massive 95 kilowatt hour battery pack, giving it about 400 to 500 miles of range. That's a 26% increase over the current Model Y's max range. Plus, with Tesla's partners pushing ultra-fast charging tech, you could go from 0 to 100 in under 15 minutes. Imagine how game-changing that would be. Now, the next update you'll see will be inside the car. The Juniper brings RGB ambient lighting across the dash and doors, something North American Tesla fans have been asking for a long time. Even this 2025 Tesla Model Y that Tesla is delivering in Canada right now does not have the RGB ambient lighting. But we've seen this in the Model 3 refresh and we'll definitely see in the Model Y Juniper as well. It's customizable with a color wheel and adds a premium vibe to the interior. Perfect for night drives. Next up, on update number 4, we have the new seats. We will likely see the seats that we see on the Model 3 refresh come on into the Model Y as well. Tesla is rumored to add a 6-seat configuration as well, which could improve legroom in the third row. It's a smart move to compete with premium SUVs, especially in markets like China, where space and flexibility are a huge selling point. Speaking of seats, on update number 5, we got ventilated seats. Previously, these ventilated seats we had on the Model S and X, then on the Model 3 refresh that was announced last year. Luxury features are also stepping up with these seats. The performance variant might even get sports bucket seats for a more dynamic driving experience, just like we have seen on the Model 3 Performance. And speaking of the Model 3 refresh, on update number 6, we will see a similar addition to the rear screen that we have seen on the Model 3 Highland. It's perfect for keeping passengers entertained with Netflix, YouTube, and more during long trips. Honestly, this small addition brings a big value, especially for anyone traveling with kids. Now, you definitely have aftermarket options to add on to the Model Y if you did want to get a massive deal on current Model Ys. But this is something you won't have to worry about getting for the Model Y refresh. Up next, we got the stockless steering. We have seen the stocks being ditched on the Model S, the Model X, the Cybertruck, and the refreshed Model 3. So it's highly likely that the Juniper is expected to ditch the steering stocks as well. Drive Select will move to the touchscreen just like the Cybertruck or the Model 3 or the S or the X, and the turn signals will come to your steering. It is a bold move, but Tesla has been getting rid of things from day one. So let me know what your thoughts are. Do you like stocks or do you like the design without any stocks? Let me know down in the comments. On update number 8, we got improved suspension. Tesla is finally addressing the Model Y's rough suspension. The Juniper is rumored to include smoother suspension tech similar to the Model 3 refresh. While it won't match the Model X's adaptive suspension, it should make your rides a little bit more comfortable. Up next, update number 9, front bumper camera. For practicality, Tesla is adding a front bumper camera just like the Tesla Cybertruck. Great for parking and off-roading. It even comes with a spray nozzle to keep the camera clean just like the Cybertruck does. Speaking of the front bumper camera, we come into update number 10 and the last update. The Juniper could debut Tesla's next-gen AI Hardware 5. With 10 times the computing power of Hardware 4, it'll take full self-driving to a whole new level. But keep in mind, this new tech might increase power consumption, so it is a trade-off. Now, considering this, it all comes down to you. Does this really matter to you? Because a lot of the people I know who drive Teslas don't even use FSD. So if this doesn't matter to you that much, then you're better off just getting the 2025 Model Y and the massive deals that comes along with it, and not wait for the refresh and risk the federal rebate to go away as well as Tesla discounts. All you need to do is make a pros and cons list and decide whether it's worth it to wait for the Model Y Juniper. Is the front light bar, is that a deal breaker for you? Or what about the ambient lighting? Is that really worth about $10,000 to $15,000 of savings? Or the rear screen that you can get aftermarket for the Model Y? I'm pretty sure a lot of you will be happy to not get the stockless steering wheel. And the new suspension, yes, I guess that is something that would be nice to have. But again, is it worth the extra 10 grand? It's not like the Model Y has bad suspension. It is still pretty good compared to the competition. The only important thing is the rumored 95 kilowatt battery pack. Now, these are all rumors, so we don't know if it will come with a 95 kilowatt battery pack and an increased range of 400 to 500 miles. And to be honest, personally, I drive about maybe 50 to 100 kilometers in a day. At worst, maybe 200 if I want to do a short road trip to Banff. But even then, my Model Y long range is more than capable enough to do a round trip on a full charge. And I have done so many road trips with this long range that I can tell you that it barely feels like I'm driving an electric car. The stops are the stops that I would do in a gas car anyway. You're driving about 3 to 4 hours straight. You stop at a supercharger for 20 to 30 minutes. But the thing is, after 3 to 4 hours, you're probably hungry. You're going to go to the bathroom. You're gonna wait 15 to 20 minutes in the charger, and that's how long the supercharger takes anyway. So is that extra mile really worth it? That's something that you need to ask yourself. Put in your pros and cons list and decide for yourself whether it's okay to go and grab this massive deal that's going on Tesla right now, or wait for the Model Y Juniper. If you are someone who is buying these cars for business, let's say you want to put them out on Turo, or you want to drive for Uber or DoorDash, you should be going out and getting this deal and not waiting for the Model Y Juniper, because someone who rents out your car in Turo is going to see that it is a 2025 Model Y. They're not going to care about all these other extra features. Same goes if you were to buy this car for any other business purposes. So let me know what you decide down in the comments. Would you wait for the Model Y Juniper, or would you go out and grab the Tesla Model Y that is on massive sale right now? If you do and you want to get all the discounts available for your Tesla, click on this video right here. I demonstrate how to get every single possible discounts available on Tesla right now, so you don't miss out on any discounts and maximize your savings.